Hi, this is the first time I've talked about Brad Simpson. He was charged with his wife's murder at their Alamos Park home in San Antonio in the fall of 2024. Yesterday, at a hearing, Simpson's mid-February trial date was pushed back another 60 days, and so we're probably looking at an April trial date now. The San Antonio Express said the prosecutor wanted additional time to go over new evidence, which I find interesting because both sides said they were ready for trial back in September when Judge Joel Perez met with them to get an update on the discovery phase of the case. Both sides said they had all the evidence and were ready to move forward. So the judge set the trial for mid-February. I think it was the 15th, but not sure about that. And then on January 20th, yesterday, the lead prosecutor, Casey Sandoval, said there were waves of more evidence trickling in. So he did not think they could get through the sheer volume of it all by the February trial date. And he asked for an extension. And what's interesting about that is he's already asked for one, which was back in July. Hi, I'm Brenda, and I like old Texas crimes, and I appreciate you joining me to indulge me in that. Wherever you found me, whether it's an article or a video, would you please like and follow or subscribe? And I would really appreciate it. Thank you. And we'll get back to it. What on earth could all this fresh evidence be, is what I'm curious about. And if you know, please say so in the comments. For those of us not in San Antonio, Alamos Park is a very nice neighborhood, and it's it's enclosed by San Antonio. A little background on the Simpsons. Brad Simpson was 51 and Suzanne was 48 when she disappeared in October 2024. Simpson disposed of the body so well that it has not been found. Now, that's assuming that he is guilty of her murder, which he has been charged with. To me, if he was able to hide the body so well, I believe he must have been thinking about doing that for a while, or that's my guess. And of course, he's only allegedly the murderer. I don't think he wanted her out of his life, but I think he was so jealous of her. Having her full attention was becoming an obsession with him, and I think he was just frantic that she was going to leave him. So allegedly, he lost it and killed her one evening after a party. At the time, they had been married 22 years. Brad and Suzanne both grew up in San Antonio, but in different parts of the city. The couple had dated for 5 years before marrying in 2002. They met while she was in college at UT. I'm not sure if Brad Simpson was in UT or if he was at a different college, but they didn't start dating then. It was 1997 after Suzanne had been out of school a couple of years before they had started dating. She graduated from UT in 1995, where she earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Business and Corporate Communications. She worked for Dell Technologies as an account manager from 1997 until 2003. And then she worked at Avnet Technology Solutions as an IBM hardware account manager from 2003 to 2009. And a friend told the San Antonio Express that in 2009, Suzanne was just tired of driving back and forth to Austin to go to work each day. By that time, I think they had two daughters, and she decided to go into real estate there in San Antonio, went to work for Nix, real estate at that point, and she was very successful at it. She was known for selling luxury homes. In fact, the home owned by Suzanne and Brad at the time of her death, because she has been declared dead, even though her body's not been found, their home sold for over $1 million. She was the breadwinner of the household. Brad had been in business with a good friend, Val Cotter, but the business venture didn't seem to do well. And I actually know nothing about this business that he was in, but I plan to do a little digging and see if I can figure it out. Normally, I like for the crimes I cover on Vintage Texas Crimes to be at least 10 years old, but this one it just made my brain itch. So I have to look into it. And if I'm going to be putting my time into it, I may as well bring it out for this channel. So anyway, if you want more details, that was just a very brief overview. If you want more details, I have uploaded the probable cause affidavit that was sworn out when Simpson was arrested, outlining why they thought that he should be arrested and tried for her murder. And I'll eventually get to that. But in the meantime, I have uploaded a copy where you can access it, and I will put the link in the notes or comments. It is crimesy, CRIMESY.com/SIMPSON and the number one. And that is all lowercase. It'll be in a PDF form, so you'll need to know how to get that to work with PDFs on your phone or computer. Anyway, I'll be back soon. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.